Alright, we're jumping up to 2018 with this one, which means it's basically like, part of the itch.io, like, set of, like, games. But, whatever. Here is Arcane Seeds, a game of item identification and staving off starvation. So, pressing the question mark here, we can basically see there's a bunch of seeds that basically can gather. Basically do different things like, conflagrations, gust, identification, etc., etc. Alright, so eat seeds to identify them and survive. Seeds grant 5 nourishment. Some terrain can be overcome by using seeds. Reach exit to win. Seed colors and map are randomly generated anew each game. So, movement's basically right there. You basically have, like, QWASD, whatever type of keys for moving around with, like, the keyboard, otherwise it's numpad stuff. And let's see here. It's not giving me any instructions on how to, like, to eat the seeds, but whatever, that's fine. We'll just, like, figure it out as we go along, I guess. Alright, so the idea of this game is basically you have, like, this, like, health and hunger system, and you're very, very, like, limited in how much you basically can do here, because you've got, like, limited moves and stuff, whatever. So I find a blue seed right here, awesome. We find a teal seed right here. It looks like they're, like, all hotkeyed by, like, number here, so it's fine. But yeah, note that each move I'm basically doing here basically takes away, like, one of my hunger points. So we get very hungry very, very quickly. And you want to basically avoid getting, like, too hungry, so let's see what this one does right here, this blue, like, thing right here. Alright, so you eat a blue seed. You learn that a blue seed is a seed of vigor. You feel healthy. So I guess the vigor seeds basically like restore your values. So that's cool. There's another teal seed here. That's cool. All right. So this chasm is too wide to cross normally. So in order to get past this chasm, you have to, like, use a seed to get over, I guess. So let's just try to see what the teal seeds are all about. All right. So I eat a teal seed. You learn that the teal seed is the seed of locating. You feel that you know where the seeds are. So we now know where all the seeds basically are. Alright, interesting. Can I go through this water here? Yes, I can. Okay, so it tires me out to go through water, but I can go through it without, like, issues, so that's cool. We don't really need, like, the teal seeds, so we can basically just eat those just to, get rid of them, and I'll pick up the other seeds as we go along here. Let's go here. And note that, like, my basically, like, we're starting to lose HP, so okay, there we go. We got our thing basically back up. The exit might be down this direction, but more likely than not, we have to, like, go this way, I think. So let's get 2. All right, so you eat a magnetic seed. You learn that the magnetic seed is a seed of stone. A boulder appears nearby. That might be useful for helping me cross, like, the stuff. So, all right, interesting. Let's see what 2 does. All right, so you eat a purple seed. You learn that the purple seed is a seed of sustenance. You feel you can go longer without eating. So, okay, so basically this helps me with, like, eating problems, I guess. Okay, so basically I eat a stone and it basically fills the chasm with stone. Now we can basically, like, walk around here. There's a red seed. There's a lavender seed. Alright, I'm getting hungry again. So basically, like, as you can see here, we're basically, like, the idea of, like, this game is you're, like, trying to, like, pick up the seeds, figure out what they're all about, advance basically to the exit as we can. Let's see what a 7 seed does. Okay, so you eat the seed. The lavender seed is a seed of gust. A strong gust emits from your location. The wind slices the path straight through the boulder. So now we can basically walk around here. The water here is too rapid to swim through, so we can't swim through this water because it's, like, too rapid to swim through. So maybe we'll try, like, the 6 seed. That may be invincible, but that's not useful. Invincibility is not what I basically need here, so... We're gonna have to go up, I guess, at some point, so let's just go this way. I'll see what we'll look and see right now. I'm gonna eat a bigger seed in a moment, but we'll go here first. We'll pick up this. Oops, I used the boulder seed. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. Now, don't bother that. Maybe just lock me out from, like, well, I guess not. We can still use it on the stuff down there, but Okay, that's what I want to use. Basically, I have stone seeds basically across this chasm if I need to, so that's what they're there for. Here's a locating seed again. We got ourselves a gust one. We'll go here with basically, like, gust away the boulder here. Now I'm actually getting to the point where I have like too many seeds of like one type here, so these are levitation seeds. These will let me like levitate across the water down there, so that's useful. It's not really going to benefit me to try and go after those levitation seeds over there, really, but we'll pick them up. Let's get sustenance. Oh, I'm flying over the seed, by the way. So note that because I'm levitating here, we can't actually pick up the seed. That is an effect you have to watch out for, because it is possible to, like, so levitating we don't want to. So, or, levitate for too long. That's something to watch out for. Let's get a locating seed. We're going to get the sustenance seed right here, so... now here's the thing about the sustenance seeds, by the way. So I have to press 0, I think, for sustenance. Okay, so yes. Some of it's like, these, having like the key, like, 10 like items to pick up, you have to have like, the 10 key be a 0 key, because like, that's what, that's the only unavailable key basically left for it. Now, I just realized something, but, there's a boulder over here, so we're going to have basically to gust this boulder in order to get rid of it, so we'll gust it. That'll let me get through here. We're going to come here and we'll use levitate. I'm going to levitate across the chasm over here if I get the chance to. And let's do this because I can. Yeah, note that, like, we're just going to levitate our way basically out to the exit now. We'll levitate. There's the exit. So, this is basically a puzzle game, as you can basically guess here. That's basically a Steve Strength, the yellow one, by the way, just to show it off. Alright, so, turns taken 168, seeds found 27, seeds eaten 23. So, this is basically a game that, like, as you can basically see here, it's not a whole lot basically to this game. You basically just, like, find seeds, basically like puzzle your way out with them, and basically get out to like the exit. I thought it's a very like creative way, basically using like the sort of like old trope of like unidentified items and using them to sort of like get where you need to. But here's the thing about this game. I thought it was like a little bit too short, and I thought it was a little bit like too puzzly, more than like roguelike, so to speak. So I wasn't thinking like it was basically worth like mentioning, but I felt it was like basically worth showing off at least, because as you can see here, it is like sort of like it's an interesting concept at least. It works, and there's basically different seeds basically you can basically like play with as well. So I'll basically like, just like go through the seeds here. So you saw obviously a bunch of these like seeds basically in effect here. We have like invisibility, gain invincibility, levitation. You basically levitate for a short time. You have locating. There's basically like gust and like strength and sustenance and stuff like that. There's also other seeds as well, as you can see. There's like nullification, removes all current effects. There's identification, basically identifies an unknown seed. Conflagration, basically like makes flames around your location. That can be useful to like melt water and like make it like swimmable in, I guess. You can also like melt down trees and stuff, which is also a thing. Shatter, basically shatters large objects. You have like water walking across water and stuff like that. So lots of stuff there. Now, I didn't really notice this, by the way, but apparently like the seeds were basically color coded like ahead of time. So even if like I didn't like know what the seeds basically were, apparently like in the help here they're basically the same colors like what you basically pick up. So that could have helped as well. But whatever. I went through it blind, basically not worrying about that, and I still basically went easily enough. Anyhow, that's basically Arcane Seed, and I thought it was a fairly interesting take on like the old ID concept basically from like roguelikes. But at the same time, it's basically too simple a game and not really like offering a whole lot to it. So, well, I hope you guys basically enjoyed it, but not really good enough for spotlight. I don't think so. Just that.